It's just cold as heck today, but hey, you know, this car to garage where car things happen, and we got some FLASHARK headers we got to install on the CG. So let's get to work. I am cold, I am freezing, but hey, we got to get things done. So we'll start by popping the hood on this thing, and we'll start removing the old header and everything. We got to get these Megan Racing header off the car. These headers been on this car, I say, since 2018 or so, 2019. They're good, but they need work. You know, the downpipe has been beat up from being slammed and hitting stuff. The flex pipe is torn off, so there was a pipe welded on there and everything. It just destroyed. And FLASHARK sent us out a set for it, so we're gonna get those put on the car. Have a fresh set heady on these baby, and we'll go from there. So link in the description for the header for your 98 to 02 CG chassis, and I think it's 97 to 02, I believe, CLs, accurate CLs that have the F23 as well in them. So link in the description to the link for these headers, or header. You can tell it came from being a V8 guy for the header. So let's grab some tools, get the car up in the air, and start removing everything. All right, guys, so now what we're going to work on is getting the bolts off of the head, or the nuts right here to get the manifold off, and then the O2 sensor. So this will be a 22 mil, or if you have an O2 sensor tool, and then you have a plug right here for it that pops right off. We have aftermarket extended studs on our head, so these are 13s for us, but the factory bolts or nuts will be a 12 millimeter, and then like I said, a 22 here. I'm just going to use an adjustable to take off the O2 sensor, just to make it a little easier for me right now. You just give it a nice pop, break the seal, and we can unscrew this baby here, and then we can see how much carbon buildup is on this thing. Not too bad, actually, for an engine that has, you get to focus, not too crazy. There's a couple little lean spots on it, so don't mind my rip gloves. But yeah, not too bad for a car that's got a ported head, ported intake, 272 cam and everything, and it's not really tuned. So yeah, and then like I said, for ours, those are going to be 13s. Normally, if it's OEM, it will be 12s. So I'm going to just use an impact on this to take them off. Impact probably a little dead, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Maybe a lot of dead. Battery check. All right, so swapped out the battery to a bigger one. Has a little more oomph to it and more charge. See how easy that is when you have a charged battery? So yeah, we'll snap this all off real quick. Hopefully it doesn't pull no studs out. If it does, then put them back in there. Just Allen key. Put these in your pocket or something so you don't lose them, babies. And then this one here, you'll have to use an open end on. How many guys or gals have like wrenches or impact sun and it loses that lock ring, and you're in a really tight spot trying to get something, and then you go take the tool back and you lose your socket or whatever? It's annoying. So, oh well. So yeah, now let's get an open 13 and we'll get this nut here. That should be good. Get the car up in the air, and then we can start taking the downpipe off. All right, now we're going to work on getting this off right here. A couple of tappy tap taps. It'll get loose enough where you can probably get your hand in there and take it off. So probably should have done this one earlier so there wasn't a lot of tension on it, the manifold, but it'll be all right. And you can't even get in, there's not enough room to use a ratchet wrench either, so you have to do it like this. But, you know, it's all part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this one's going to be stubborn all the way out, huh? Yeah? Yep, it's going to be stubborn. All right, guys, so now go ahead and get the car up in the air so we can loosen the downpipe from the header and then the downpipe to the catalytic converter to get it all removed and start installing the FLASHARK one. It's very cold out. Should be good. I don't need it too high. You know what I'm saying? So if it does fall, it doesn't crush me. It just crushes me. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we'll start with the front, taking off the 3 bolts. It's supposed to be studs and everything, but one there, and then right on that side, right there's another one. So let's get the tools that we need. And we'll put a mat down because the ground is wet, cold, and icy. We'll start doing that, and then we'll get the manifold off. All right, guys, now we're gonna go ahead and try and get these bolts off from down here. I can't really get to them. Let me see. Ugh. Extension's too big. Okay. Let's see. All right, so one of the bolts I can't get to because it's like in line. If you look over here, this one here, I can't get to that bolt right here because it's in the line of the subframe. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the downpipe off by where the downpipe meets the catalytic converter to see if that will let us get a little bit more movement on the manifold in a sense, you know, so I can get that bolt. So I'm gonna get the 3 bolts that go to the catalytic converter from the downpipe. All right, so now we're gonna try and get these off. I don't know how easy they're gonna come off, but we'll see. There's one. Oh, there we go. Get the socket out. Come on, get out of the socket. It don't want to lose its nut. There we go. Guys, this would be so much easier with like a lift or something, or like quick jacks or something, you know. Let's see, all right, so let's see now. We got a 14 wrench on one side. Come on, buddy. There we go. One more out. All right. This out of here. All right, now I got one more on the top. Let's see. You gonna play nice for me, baby? I think this one was a 13, but let's see. Nope. All right. All right. So everything is off down here. Let's get out from under here and go back to the front. All right. So now we got that off. We can remove the manifold, the header. There's no cracks or anything on it. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just old, getting rusty looking, and the downpipe's the worst part of it. I'll show you that in a second. So yeah, not too bad in there. Not too bad in here. A little dirty, but that's to be expected, you know. Yeah, I ain't mad about that at all. But the kit does come with all new gaskets, but I'm gonna reuse this one just because I prefer the metal ones, and this is an aftermarket gasket. All right, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the jack down and remove the front bumper and jack the whole front end of the car up. Just so much easier to get under there to work on. Yeah, it'd be nice if I had jack stands, but I don't have any here. So this is pretty much all I got. So, but if you look over here, we got the manifold off and the downpipe off. And actually, there's supposed to be a flex pipe here, but there's not. So there's no flexness. So the exhaust vibrates a lot, and it just put a lot of strain on the head studs and everything. So this new FLASHARK header will come in clutch. So yeah, we're gonna lower the jack, remove the front bumper, get the front end of the whole car up, so it'll be easier to slide under there to work on everything. Maybe. Oh, the car's stuck in there forever. There we go. Guys, it's cold. My hands are cold. Even with gloves, my nose is cold. My ears are cold. Why are CG so heavy? we'll get this up in the air and start assembling everything else. All right, guys, so here's a comparison side by side from the FLASHARK header, the Megan header, the Megan downpipe, and the FLASHARK downpipe. But you guys want to talk about comparisons and quality to quality, you guys know it's a good brand. Megan Racing and stuff is a really good name brand company for a lot of stuff. But if you compare these to the ones from FLASHARK, the welds are good. The design is nearly identical. You know what I mean? Yeah, like the quality. To be honest, these are lighter than these are, you know, and these are just welded on the outside. The Megan ones, they're just welded on the outside, and these, they're welded on the outside and on the inside. You know what I mean? On everything. So, like welded on the inside, welded on the outside. And then the Megan ones, they're not welded on the inside at all. They're literally just on the outside. Which I'm not knocking either company. I'm just saying, I know a lot of people are going to say in the comments and stuff where, you know, these are like a knockoff company or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm comparing a budget-friendly header for your CG and stuff like that compared to a $300-$400, $500+ some of them for it, you know what I mean? Now we'll check the fitment of everything, see how it does. But quality wise, great. I have no complaints about anything. And then like over here, I was showing you guys how we're missing the flex here. You got your flex pipe right here, everything like that, you know? So, and then this one was a little, when we welded it all up, it was off the car. So I had a guesstimate. So it wasn't fitting properly and everything. But you can see there's a little more angle on this one and longer and everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this part bolted up and everything, and then we'll work our way back. All right, so what I'm gonna do on the studs that it comes with, a shallow end and then a longer end, the one that's shorter is gonna be ran into here. You know what I mean? You're gonna put those in here. What I'm gonna do, just so they don't come out and it helps them seal better, just take a little bit of blue Loctite. Don't use red. I recommend blue. Put some on there, and then we'll go ahead and screw that baby in there. So screw it in by hand as far as you can get it, because when you go to tighten it up, it'll push it in the rest of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and get all these done and move on. Okay, so I got all the studs down there. Now we'll go ahead and put this baby on, just like so. Boom, look at that. Nice and pretty looking in there. Makes the rest of the engine bay look worse than it already was. And we'll go ahead and knock all these on here. Hey guys, did I tell you it's cold? In case I didn't, it's cold. Did I also tell you guys that you can pick up your own set of FLASHARK exhaust parts or headers or lights or exhaust or whatever they have on their website? You know, all you gotta do is go in the link in the description, see what they got for your car. Click that link down there, put your year, make, and model in on their website. Order some. Oh, and there's a discount code down there too. CDG fam. Save you guys 15%. Yeah. So you know what? I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Don't sleep. Get her done. Yeah, we're almost halfway not done, you know. But we got some pretty noisemakers here. You know, maybe we can get this Accord to hit 88 miles an hour, baby. Take us back to 2001, baby. Those tightened up on there. I need the 13 and 13. Ooh, cheat code? Cheat code, baby. Oh, snap. This extension's probably a little excessive. It'll be alright. This battery's dead anyways. We'll tighten it down better later. Freaking useless AC lines now. Because somebody Broke one of the lines putting the MXR oil cooler on there. I wonder who that was. I kid, I joke. It was me. I'm sorry. But you know what? Y'all can tell me right now. It's 20-something degrees outside. And it's going to be around this for the next month or so. And it's been like this for the last month or so. You think we're using AC right now? No, 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 no. You're going to freeze your little culito off if you try and use AC. So we're good. We're good. It's okay. It's okay. Now just tighten these up with the wrench. Please don't bust my knuckles. It's too cold for that. Please don't bust my knuckles. So guys, the other day we made some chicken tenders. They're so good. Oh, also on February 9th is my wife's birthday. So if you don't want to, a happy birthday in the comments for her. She's behind the camera right now. She's gonna be an old woman. I told her I'm not gonna call her my wife no more. I'm just gonna call her my old lady. Because she's finally gonna hit them. You're gonna be in them 3-0s. That 30-year-old. She's getting old for me, Even though I'm like 6 years older than her. But, she's getting old. Gonna have to trade her in for a newer model. So these are good. Trade her in for a 28-year-old, Once you hit 30, you're too old for me. But yeah. So let's see some happy birthdays in the comments for her. And then someone sent her some power parts for her CG.
Please.
All right. Now we can lock on that O2 sensor. I probably should have waited to do that to get the downpipe on. That one tricky bolt. You live and you learn. Let's get this puppy on there. This is getting too cold. It is getting colder and colder and colder. Now, shucks. Where's my adjustable? I find it. It's down here. All right. Daddy's on. It's plugged in. All right. We are good. We are good. We are good now. All right. Now we'll go underneath and do the rest of it. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and get this all on. Ugh. Not sure how easy it's going to be, but we will try our best. Try our best. It's a little awkward to do, but it'll be all right. Let's see, maybe put the gasket on here first. Alrighty. Come on, baby. You know you want to have a good time. No, what's going on? What is going on with you, my friend? Would you not like to go on? Don't make me push you on there. There it goes. She's a tight one. She's a tight one. She's never been used before. It's very new. Okay. What else, my friend? You want to give me a hard time? It'll be okay. Spider, stay away. Let's see now. Okay, one hand, hold. Not on. Come on, come on. That should hold a little bit. The other side. One hand, hold. Oh, I can feel. Ah! I lost my wife's car's nut. I don't think that's a good thing. It's got no balls, so it's a girl. Come on. Why? Go on. Oh, my hand. Where the hell? Alright. One more. Okay. Now we tighten it. Can you see it on camera? All right. It's not fully tightened, but it's just snug down there. And then we put it on back here. And we should be very, very much good. Guys, there's great clearance right here. Actually, it tucks higher than the other one. Guys, look at that spider right there. You see it right there? It's scary looking. Yeah, this tucks up a lot higher than the other one did. I like that. Maybe I should try and get this on now, because it looks like it's gonna hold the pipe too low now here. Come on. All right, guys, so we got the headers on, down pipe is all on, everything's connected on the bottom, O2 sensors on, everything is on. Now, start her up, see how she sounds. Shouldn't change the tone, being that we already had a header on the car, but this is just gonna, just the fitment is gonna be better on everything for the fact that we have the flex pipe in there. This one actually tucks a lot better than the other header that was on it, and it's new gaskets and everything like that, and hardware. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just lower the car, and then we'll go ahead give it a good start her up and everything. Everything's tight, so I'm not worried about no exhaust leaks, new gaskets and everything like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and start her up real quick. All right, guys, so we'll go ahead and start her up real quick. It's cold, guys. It's cold. All right, here we go. And then we'll get some heat in it, and we'll start seeing the manifold change colors and everything. You might smoke a little bit, all that from, you know, touching it and stuff, the coating on it, all that. Yeah, we'll let it run for a second. It's so cold. Probably gonna take a little while to warm up because of how cold it is, but it's cold, so belts are gonna be making some noise. The engine, we run thick oil in the car, so it's gonna take a little bit for the oil to circulate through everything. I think we run what, a 1520 or 1540, I mean. So yeah, Rotella 1540. We'll come to the back. We'll get an exhaust sound for you guys. Sound pretty good. Idle's high right now because it's cold, but once it warms up and idle comes down, you kind of hear the little chopping and stuff from the cam and all that. It definitely needs a valve adjustment. I think we've only done it once since the engine rebuild, and I think we got like 15,000 on it now or so. But, oh man, it's cold. I don't like this. But yeah, just let it warm up and go from there. Now guys, as you can see, the header is starting to turn color and gold right now. It's going to be like a golden bronze color. We'll let it do a heat cycle, and then once it warms up more, we'll give it some rev-a-dub-dubs. Yeah, just let it warm up. All right, guys, so we installed the header. Everything fits up beautifully. Look at the color that manifold turned. It is turning such a beautiful color. And there's a trick to bronzing them even more, keeping them gold, spraying them down with like WD-40 or something like that, and they'll get nice and bronze gold looking. But I don't have any. I don't want to touch them because they're first hot. Second, if you touch them with your hands or anything, it'll leave spots in them, and then it won't gold nicely. But yeah, fully installed. You guys heard how this sounds. It sounds good and everything. Yeah. Once again, huge shout out to FLASHARK for hooking us up with a set of header. A set of header. That sounds so weird saying that, don't it? With a header for the CG Accord. Check the links down in the description, guys. There's a discount code as well, CDG fam. Save you guys 15% at checkout on anything on their website. So I know a lot of people message me and ask me about where to find headers and stuff for a CG chassis. Well, right there's your answer. FLASHARK. 15% discount code in the description and a link to these exact manifolds or manifold header and everything. Fitment is beautiful and I am not mad. The quality is good. They're really not that expensive. I think they're like 140 bucks or something like that, 150 bucks around there, right? So, but they could be cheaper with that discount code. And yeah, whether you got a V6 CG, like a J Series car, or an F23 car, they have header for both. They have a header for that 23 and headers for a J Series car. So all my J Series guys out there that want a set of inexpensive headers, there they are. They even sell full exhaust and everything for the CG chassis and stuff, and a bunch of other cars, import cars, domestics. So if you got an old school Chevy, they got a lot of stuff for like LSs and stuff like that as well. So check out the link in the description, guys. Use that discount code, get 15% off. Sorry, I'm so beat and cold, guys. But thank you once again, FLASHARK, for hooking us up with the header for the wife's CG5 Hyundai Accord. She looked at me weird for my wife's Honda Accord, and this was her birthday gift. So happy birthday, baby! I love you, and I'm gonna get inside and get this video edited and ready to be posted for you guys. Because remember, we're posting every Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and about 12 o'clock, we're posting a short/reel on all the social medias. What's going on? But yeah, I'm cold. I think it dropped down to like 14 degrees as that got closer to the dark. But guys, just admire that. Look at that. It looks so good. Like the golden. It doesn't show that well on camera. They're not as gold as they were earlier. But once you get a couple heat cycles in them, guys, you'll see how gold they are. Oh, my ears are freezing. But let's close this puppy up. Wait. We got to put these on. It's not completed yet. Gosh. Guys, I'm ready for a hot shower. Really hot shower. Let me know about the audio, guys, with the new mic setup. Once again, thank you, James, as well, for hooking me up with the mics. His links to his channel, both his channels will be down in the description. He's got Texas Honda channel and Moore's Motorsports. So if you guys are into the Honda content, check him out. The brother in Christ, and he's a good guy. He does a lot for this car community and for people in need. He donates cars all the time out of his pocket. So check him out and check out FLASHARK, guys. And yeah, we'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, and thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. God bless. Love you guys. Let's close this baby up. Oh man, it feels so good on there right there. Say good night. Good night. All right, guys. Peace out. Love you guys.